Hey everybody, fantastic to have you here as always. My name's Levi, welcome to the workshop, and today I'm going to be building a Viking helmet. It's going to be a costume armor piece, so we're going to build it out of 18 gauge mild steel, and we're going to put some brass elements on it. I've got a little reference image that I've pulled off the internet. I have no idea who this guy is. If you guys have any idea who this is or who built this original armor, send me an email or comment down below and tell me who it is, because I would love to link back to them, because this is a fantastic design, and I think I'm going to just take my influence from this particular helmet to build something cool for myself. Now, of course, there is no way that I can build this helmet in one day, so I'm gonna make this a multi-part video. So if you don't already subscribe, make sure you click that subscribe button down below, turn on the little notifications bell, and I'm gonna take you through the process over the next coming days on exactly how I'm gonna build this Viking helmet. Let's get over to the bench. Now quickly, before we get started, I just want to point out a couple of things. I have no idea if this is a period correct, if this is a copy of an original. I'm going to take some liberties in here. I'm going to do the nasal kind of similarly, but I might do something slightly different with the design. We might go up further or do something there. I like these brass straps, so I'm going to leave those on there. I'm going to change the detail in here. These lines, I like them, but I'm going to change them slightly to make them just a little bit different. Other than that, we're going to do like a skirt of titanium rings. We're going to do mild steel straps, the band, and then brass nasal and brass over the ocular here. I want you guys to know that this process, like building a helmet like this at home, is relatively easy. So I'm going to guide you through everything that I'm going to do. And the first thing that we're going to do is start with a paper pattern. Now, looking at this image, I know that we're about 1.5 inches wide on this band. So that's the piece I'm going to start with. I'm just doing a quick little caliper measurement up to the top of the head. So we've got like 5.5 units. This is probably measures around 8 inches here. So I'm going to cut out a band that's 1.5 inches wide, just out of cardboard. And then we'll do these ones narrower because there's this little cut up for the eye. So if this is 1.5 inches, this is probably 1.25 inches. So I'm going to cut a couple strips that wide. I'm using an 1.25 inch wide ruler to line this up so I know it's exactly the right width all the way down. So I'm just gonna set this at 29 with this little overlap and then try it on. And I know that I want quite a bit of room in there because I'm gonna add the steel underneath and then some padding, and there's gonna be nasal, and I don't want it too close to me. So I think 29 is gonna be about right. Now, oftentimes you guys see me fold these pattern pieces in half to find center. I'm not gonna do that in this case because I want it to actually maintain its shape for the mock-up. 29 divided in half is 14.5, so we'll put a mark at 14.5, and then 7.25, we'll put a mark there as well. 7.75 here. Do a quick check. Just fold this to the 29 mark, and just see, yes, that's centered, and yes, those marks line up. It's always good to double check that kind of measurement. So that's it. Now we start with these bands. So this is going to be the side band, and I'm just going to tape it on. So notice that I'm taping down the side that's marked with the square. Also take note that this is the back of the helmet. The solid portion is the back in this case. I'm going to make the band go on the outside. We'll line that up with the 29 mark. And basically what I'm going to try to do is create the profile that I want of this helm. So keeping this centered on the inside, I can just adjust the strap to where I feel like it needs to be, and that's it. Now I can just try this on to see what approximately it's going to look like, and I can take a look and see how much airspace is going to be in there. It looks to me, I feel like this line is going to be right in the center of my eyeball. And it looks to me like I'm making this profile a little bit too tall. So I'm just going to adjust it down and try it on again. Well, now I've got that all patterned out and put together. I'm liking the look of it. I'm going to sketch and cut out the nasal portion next. This is looking pretty good. I'm going to bring the bottom of this ocular up just a little bit, but I'm pretty happy with the width of this eyebrow. And overall, I think it is pretty good. I'm going to have to cut out the bottom of the brow. I'm going to put the eyebrow piece is quite a good shape. I'm going to bring this cheek plate up just a little bit. So I'll retrace it one more time. I'm going to trace this outline pattern twice, and then I'm going to make two patterns. One's going to be the brass eyepiece down here. It's going to look like that. And I know that I'm going to put a rivet somewhere up here. So this piece needs to continue up underneath. It's going to be the steel, and we're going to get two rivets. So this top one's going to be for the brass, and these both are eventually going to get covered up. So we're going to continue down like this, knowing that this comes straight across. Well, I'm pretty happy with how this little guy is turning out. When this helmet build is all finished, I'm going to make this pattern available on my Etsy store. So if you guys want to check that out and follow along, making a super cool Viking helmet of your own. Hit that like button down below, leave a comment, and turn on your notifications bell, because this is going to be a multi-part series where at the end of the week we're going to end up with a finished steel and brass Viking helmet. See you soon.